Hi, so this is the full rundown and setup guide for Switchboard. The first thing you're going to want to do is go sign up and create an account if you haven't already. I already have a test account that we're going to go ahead and log in as. This will take you to the config page, which we're going to come back to last actually. I want to go ahead and talk about what Switchboard is and what it does. So at its core, one of the core components is this agents page. So these agents are, of course, people within your organization who are going to be sending and receiving calls and texts. You can add them here, update them, delete them, and set a default. So a default agent is going to be the person that receives calls and texts from callers that have not been mapped to an agent or don't exist at all in the callers table. So let's go take a look at the callers table to drive home what that means. So here we have a bunch of known entities that might be calling in. Typically, these are going to be like important clients that are assigned to an agent or a patient mapped to a care provider, like a nurse or something like that. So if you add one here, you can create a person, give them a phone number, and assign them to an agent. Okay, and so that's how you create someone that's going to call in and go directly to an assigned agent. So how that's going to look in the config page, which we'll get to at the end, after you've configured your Twilio credentials and chosen your phone number, the phone number that you've chosen to configure in Switchboard, that's the number that the callers are going to call into. So it might be like a 1-800 number or something like that, and they call in. So say we have an inbound call from Aaron. He calls that 1-800 number. Alice Monroe, your agent, her cell phone is going to ring. Even though he called the 1-800 number, it's going to call her personal device, and she'll be able to answer on her own cell phone without Aaron ever knowing Alice's phone number, her personal number. Similarly, if we needed to call Aaron, we could press this callback button, and we can call Aaron as any one of our agents. So we could have Grace call Aaron. And when we press call, what's going to happen is Grace's personal cell phone, our agent, her cell phone is going to ring first. She'll pick up, and then Aaron's phone will ring, and he'll see the call coming from the 1-800 number when he picks up, and on the other end will be Grace on her personal device, and her personal device, their phone number, will still be protected. So that's pretty much calling and mapping agents to callers. There's also the SMS feature, text messaging. So you can go to the messages page, and let's just look at Alice's messages. So here she has a message she received from Aaron, trying to confirm an appointment for Thursday at 2, and she responded. So when Aaron texts in, because he's assigned to Agent Alice, when he texts the 1-800 number, his messages will go here to Alice's inbox. And when Alice texts back, when she sends a message, that message will go out from the 1-800 number. So she's on her personal device, and again, she's sending and receiving texts, and her personal number is still protected. Here on the messages page, we can view the inbox for any agent. So if someone's out, out of office, we can still go view their messages and reply to a conversation they've been having, that type of thing. So I think we've covered everything for voice inbound and outbound, messaging inbound and outbound. We can also send a new message as one of our agents to any number. I think we're ready for configuration. So if you go to the config page, you're setting up a new account in Switchboard. There's really just 2 steps. They're pretty simple. Step 1 is getting your Twilio API credentials and putting them into Switchboard. So you're going to need your account SID and your auth token. To get those, you can just click this link right here. This will take you to the Twilio console. You might have to sign in, but then it'll take you to the exact page where your account SID and auth token are. So you just copy paste those here and press save. Once you press save, this phone number drop down over here will populate with all of the phone numbers on your Twilio account. You just choose the phone number that you want to configure Switchboard for and press save. At that point in Twilio, your webhooks will be configured to use Switchboard. And that is all there is to it. Yeah, I think that's the rundown. Thanks for watching.